part about real estate. Here you're going to get part of that 35-mile cattle land. So therefore, he's looking. Exploring too. 2003, a 6.5 magnitude earthquake rocks this county. 2 towns inland have severe structural damage. Buildings will collapse. Unfortunately, 90 years after Julia Morgan builds it. So we're very comfortable walking you through and around the estate today. We like to say if you want it built right, have a lady build it. However, the one part that did take a Verde green marble is going to have to be removed from the pool. Then they're going to put a membrane down and they're going to re-put the marble in Verde green back on top. Now, all that marble is supplied during Hearst, southern Italy. What's the biggest building in any of those towns? A church-like figure. And that's what you see behind here. This one based on a cathedral, and these trees and oak trees are the only thing up here. Everything else he brings up. And you're over to the main home. You're that way, but you're going to see these statues by the 1930s. And again, they range roughly between 32 and... William builds it in. Doesn't have to fit in. I just like it. Plaza, the main part of his Mediterranean village. Continue. In the 1890s, you do not get money. It bypasses you. It goes to the oldest male child. William's an only child in the male, and when his father passes, he assumes that he's get the whole fortune. Dad calls his only child Wasteful Willie. Building with 6 campuses all by herself. And along the way, she bankrolls the spoiled brat child. She wants nothing to do with that mining industry. It's a dirty business, literally and figuratively. So she sells off the mine, she bankrolls William. And in 1918, basically sits him down and says, you owe me 10 mil. You're not getting any more. Dynamic people in the world, and then when I'm done, I'm going to hand it over to the state of California. And then his epiphany comes in 1927. Why can't it be a museum of the finest things I'm able to secure? And that's the over 22,000 antiquities that he either builds in or year-old Roman grave markers. In and out magazines, he's going to accumulate 28 newspapers in the 18 largest. I'm assuming it's noon or 12:01. 18 kilogram bells in each bell tower. At this point here. So now, at this time here, the big ranch is in Albuquerque, Mexico. Actually, it's Chihuahua. Anytime any of this intrigues you, William's going to try to... read about you, certainly. He wants to invite you up. He's going to exhaust you. That's why you're here for an average day of 2 weeks. He wants to know what you've been like this, even as a young boy. He considers him her at this point. I got a piano. Top music table down there. There's that new thing developed in LA called Hollywood. And it's the golden age. And the ladies are dynamic. Greta Garbo, Betty Davis, Olivia Havilland, Jane Wyman, Carol Lombard, Jean Harlow. Any starlet from the 20s, 30s, and 40s are going to be here. They're looking for the publicity. William supplies me any star you can think of from that generation. Looking for the publicity and kind of would like to hang out with the women at that time here. You're making headlines, and William wants to know. What do you think of the estate? What do you think of the antiquity? But he'll also take questions on them. By his driveway, own electricity. He is self-sufficient. The tapestries on the wall are all out with your dance step. He moves the furniture, brings in an orchestra, and is dueling you in the name of a church. But somebody, if you're elite status man, you would have your own personal box. And so when you come into the market, and that's how we think 90% of the antiquities are being bought at that point here. Companies that is most famous because it's their work in detail. So that's why we mentioned Giulio Romano and Jacob Jordaens and Peter Paul Rubens. But the craft harder. So what we'll do is, so the Getty Museum, Hearst Castle, because we do not advertise, so we hope that people will draw. So we share art, and Canova, after he was done, said, don't ever call me again. And we put a barrier. I know it sounds like a bad pun, but it is. Let's talk dinner. Come on in. '30s and '40s. If you guys put that into Google today, that will be about $3.4 billion that he spent. Now, a third of that is considered the antiquities built in. So that $9 million will, excuse me, it's going to include these Catalonia acquired stuff. which are 650 years old, and we'll include those. So what the 9 million is anything built in, but it's not going to include the total. The basic synopsis is that 9 million, if you can carry, and again, he does that all under the impression that he's going to leave it to the state of California, and that's what will happen in 58. Now, getting back to the gentleman's question, William sits here. He's not a Vanderbilt. It's not the East Coast. Out there, then you will sit at the end of the table, and then more importantly, you sit, wait to be spoken to, and only speak when spoken to. William, don't fit in. I'm up at that time here. Authors, George Bernard Shaw, H.G. Wells. Study, and he loves playing practical jokes. That does not work at Harvard. And he will be kicked out after 3 years. Mom will try to get him back into school by hiring private tutors, but he just has no drive to be there. You're 200 years older. You were in the Italian Renaissance, you're in the Gothic period now. And that fits the architectural style and decorations of this sterling silver. So it's a very nice piece. If you could get it out here, sir, I sure would pay for many of your endeavors at that time. However, the oldest piece is actually the 300-year-old Spanish. California State Parks has a huge mission statement of what we attempt to do with natural resources here. Because the roses you saw in 71, 72 are here in 2015 at this point. We don't change the estate, it's the home of William, and that's what you came to see. They've done almost, I think they got everything but that last one. Yeah. For the people behind me, they've done about 8, there's another 4 here we reserved. And then when she comes back with her significant others in 10, 15, 20 years, she's going to be able. You guys walk through a 600-year-old raw gate that the 5 boys will use for their first jail when they play cops and robbers. The 700-year-old red marble arch from Catalonia is the first stage for the actors and actresses when they come up to practice their line, as it's a working, movable kind of home at that time here. South Wing is all built for you guys. And in there, I'm going to show you a ceiling older than this one, but in better shape. But when you see it, I hope you're going to see that to 2 trust funds that do not expire to 2042. TV stations throughout the country. They're the largest owners of ABC. They're the second largest owners of NBC. They went into cable. They own parts of ABC. They own parts of ESPN. They are the co-founders of Arts and Entertainment. See, eventually, you're going to start getting more of that. You're going to need home, very modern. 80% of the homes in America do not have indoor plumbing. William runs with a theme of individual bathrooms with hot and cold running showers for every guest starting in 1922. There are 80 Hearst tapestries of the Millfleur style displayed in Stag's Hunt. These are Qajar Dynasty tiles. On the collects jewelry chest, William Randolph Hearst does. Italian, undated. This one from Limoges, France, dated at 1562. And then they are treated as an equal. That modern plumbing house too at that point here. So house rules aimed at us gentlemen. Because we're not used to having the ladies in those vicinities with us. So they're very simple.
Wow.
Actual and factual, I'm going to put some faces with the names. The one lady up here, she's going to chastise me. She's going to say, James, the Academy Award-winning actress. Ladies, I got no idea what she's wearing right here. Roadkill's been the best description. The Argyle sweater, him and his wife will separate in 26. They'll never divorce in Arabian. However, he will feed them along the road so that you can see kangaroos from Australia, white fellow deer from India, bison from Montana, Barbary sheep, impalas, and zebras from Africa. All for your enjoyment, all for your pleasure. Anybody see the zebras today? In the Pacific Ocean, they're almost always taking pictures of the zebras. We saw them on a couple hills when we came in today at about 9 o'clock. Again,
天气好好，哎，刚才说。
太阳晒得好舒服，蛮不会热啊哈。这个地方的那个景。
Have you been a good boy?
Okay. Such a pretty little detail.
That way then? The pool? The indoor pool.
The indoor pool, then get bus picks or something.
Oh, he's got, he's busy.